For my money, it's the best time of the year, playoff football time, as postseason action descends upon FedEx Field just outside of D.C. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Commanders. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
Faking the handoff. Howell. And this is incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They go play action with Howell. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Ready? 6 man. Check cross, check cross, check cross. Nice throw,
Hurts. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Noah Igbenogany. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Taken from about the 12. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Second and 6. They go play action with Hurts. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Let's go now. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Panther 11, Panther 11.
They'll send Brown in motion right. From the 38, Hurts. They'll roll him out right. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Noah Igbenogany. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And it's now 14-0. This is taken just shy of the 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
But I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards, first down. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think inclement weather plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts rolling to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Play action. Here's Hurts. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. William Jackson with a pick. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Second down. Howell now. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a first down.
Straight ahead, Gibson. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On first down, right back to Gibson. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This time they'll throw it with Howell. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them, because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Left side here to Sanders. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Hurts sets up to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. Here's a diving catch right side. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948. Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
The Tuck roll, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one people remember. But I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game. In New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82, and the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless. Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins, 45 yards. And the Eagles have got it back to within a score. Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll make our score 14-7. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's a give to Gibson. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Going for it on 4th. Here's Howell. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. He finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Six yards left on 2nd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. 2nd down, back to Sanders. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Strong grabs it over the middle. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. Here's Hurts to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Jacob Harris as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Elliott good on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
13 yards there on a Washington first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now throwing on first down here. Slings this deep from McLaurin. It got his man complete. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Commanders have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. Fielded right around the 8. And he returns this to the 22. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Fielded right around the 8. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts eluding the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Chase Young able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going deep here for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he's got some space. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson. 70 yards. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fielded right around the 8. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Finding Harris on back-to-back plays. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They go right back to him for 20 and a 1st. I love that play because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, almost impossible.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
26 Mike, 26 Mike. That's the run. 26 Mike, 26 Mike. On the ball, now.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rolling to his right. And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll send Brown in motion right. On 1st down, Hurts. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got him in. It's Brown. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And he's got his target, Harris. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. So this offense able to convert on 4th. And now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now it's 3rd and 4. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4. Going for it with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Elliott good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Off play action. It's Howell. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Returnable here from the 38. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this is a unit that needs to get in gear if they want to play for a conference championship next weekend. Down 7 here in the 4th and a very critical drive upcoming. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. He gets it complete to Harris. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, a 22.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. Another run here with Sanders. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the 1st down.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Harris.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Sanders. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now.
26 mark, 26 mark.
In motion right is Watkins. On 2nd and goal. Hurts to the goal line, but it's incomplete. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal.
Let's get off the field. 26 mark, 26 mark. Come on. 26 mark, 26 mark. 26 mark.
In motion right is Brown.
26 mark, 26 mark.
He's back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jacob Harris, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. 111 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Powell. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
He's got McLaurin, and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Back to the ground with Gibson. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Here's Howell. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You have to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 38-yard line.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Powell to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Given the snow, you'd have to think they're likely not in field goal range just yet as they come up on a critical 3rd down. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. They will look for some important yardage on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 60-yard boot. They'll go play action. Howell. And he finds McLaurin down inside the 10. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, if you're a fan of offensive football, this game is for you because this one's been much more like a tennis match than a football game. Back and forth, and there's another example right there of another big play in the passing game.
They'll run with Robinson. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime, they just likely won this thing in regulation. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And, oh, that's one he's going to want back. A poor kick, it heads straight out of bounds. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure, because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25, so at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now they burn the timeout, and they're kind of in that gray area where they might be able to get 2 plays in, but maybe just 1 play left in this ball game. We'll see. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders have just about sewn up this football game.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you, and that may have been what happened there.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. It's still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough way for it to end.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here